Right, Janice, thanks for doing this today. A couple of questions just about coaching and related to lockdown, obviously. So the first thing is, how did you feel in lockdown about not being able to get on the pitch?
In the beginning, it was a little feeling of being a bit lost. I think it was not being able to get out and engage with players, and considering most of my life, if you like, is spent on the pitch or engaging with players of a variety of ages, whether it's in the club or at the university or at school or with the masters. So there was always some point of engagement, and when we weren't allowed to engage with people anymore, be out on the pitches, and it was all locked down, I felt really lost for a while, and kind of like purposeless. I wasn't sure what I would be able to do, and I think with like everybody else, we were also just kind of in a space where emotionally it was a place of confusion and a place of uncertainty, and disbelief about what actually was really happening. So not being able to coach made me feel really, really lost, and it made me feel directionless and sort of rudderless throughout the whole thing. And then I had to start really looking at different ways to stay in touch and engage with people in the hockey world. So yeah, that was it was a good experience from that side of things. But yeah, from a feeling perspective of how it felt not to be able to coach was frustration as well, I think.
Yeah. Okay, and obviously at that point you found the world of online through a variety of different means, I'm assuming. So can you give us some examples of things that you did do online with any one of the groups that you work with?
Yeah, so finding the world of webinars and that kind of thing, especially through social media and specifically through Twitter. I think Twitter is a great environment as well for reaching different networks, if you like, all over the world. So there was the inspiration from attending a number of webinars and chats and things like that about what we could possibly do, and also through social media was about also how to reach people in a different way online. So with our different groups, we got together with the masters, for instance, and had a pub quiz evening where we set up quizzes with them. We also set online hockey challenges, and a few members took responsibility as well and set up challenges in terms of fitness, strengthening workouts, even just little hockey stick challenges and things like that. So there was a lot of that going on. With our junior groups, there were a lot of people who stepped up and took fitness sessions, the HIIT sessions as well with the kids. So there's that engagement with them as well, which was really good to keep them fit and active and also engaging with each other. So loads of different challenges, online challenges, some hockey relative, some not, some just to keep people connected. I don't know, with the Cala Hockey Club, we had the Around the World challenge where everybody had to record their steps that they did every single day when we were still allowed to just exercise outside. So we gathered all of those steps and managed to go around the world and engage with people about where we would be on a specific day at a specific time, which was also quite fun. So that was how we initially the things that we did, and then kind of came along a way where we could engage with some of the younger players online by setting up a group where we had discussions about rules, about we watched video clips and how to watch video and be able to analyze what you were seeing, which is so slightly more of a hockey focus, and we got our club players to get on board with that as well. So those were the online ways that we managed to stay in touch with everybody. But the most beneficial, I think, from a hockey perspective, obviously, were those sessions with the group where we would chat about video clips, what we see, how we perceive things happening, and also to change their mindset about what they see on video and how they watch themselves on video. because a lot of the time we watch ourselves on video and just completely negative about it, and miss the point of having a video analysis session. So yeah, so from that, I think the takeaways from all of those is that we'd be able to, when the weather stops our training, we've agreed that we'll go onto onto an online platform and be able to have a training session instead. So if we agree at a certain time that we can't get onto a pitch because of the weather, we can pick up on that platform, and we record it and post it onto the platform as well, so that if any of the players can't get down or they can't be part of the session, then they can watch it at a later stage. So that's what we definitely take away from that as a positive, and also as a way to set up potential growth for umpires. So, opportunities for everyone to get online, even though people live all over the show, without having to come to a centralized venue all the time. Yeah, so a lot of positive stuff to be able to come out of that we can still carry on doing down the line.
Cool. You've obviously jumped a little bit on to my next question, but since you've done that, what I'd quite like you to reflect on is there anything that you've done in lockdown, obviously mainly online, that you would stop doing, and because you recognize that it maybe wasn't quite right, or it's not right for future purposes on the pitch or off the pitch?
I think just being able to reflect and listen to a lot of the time with all the webinars, so 4 or 5 months of being able to hook in on different, I suppose, celebrity coach and celebrity player. I mean, any hockey player who gets on TV or is plays for some of the top leagues, or coaches for top teams in the hockey world, as far as I'm concerned, a celebrity. So the great thing is being able to listen to them and take part in those webinars and learn a great deal about and reflect on how you would adapt what they're using, or how do you compare. Or so there's been a few, I suppose, character traits of mine, coaching styles, or the way that I possibly approach different sessions or different age groups that I would discontinue. What I would be aware now that those are things that I wouldn't like to carry forward. And so obviously years and years of coaching builds some bad habits, and they'll probably pop up every now and then, like umpire criticism, or the language you use to talk to players, or the language you use in a coaching session. So yeah, there's things that I've identified throughout lockdown about my own coaching, and about the way that I just something like body language, or I've picked up the things that I did when I was disappointed, or so yeah, I think the key would be to take away not doing some of the stuff that I've done before in terms of my personality and my feedback to players and things like that. That's definitely something I would try to work out on my coaching.